Hello, and welcome to the show. Today we are playing Mario Party Advance, and I'm going to say, if you've not played this game before, then don't. Let's tell you why through this review, shall we? So this is a 2005 party game developed by Hudson Soft. I believe it's the 6th game in the series. Not sure where the other 5 games are, but I will find them. It is published by Nintendo for the Game Boy Advance and developed by Hudson Soft. Now, Japan got it released in 2005. North America was March 2005. That says Japan January, I don't know. In Europe, June 2005. And this here is the only Mario Party game that focuses on single player. And I can tell you why, because I know why. And they don't say this anywhere. But if you ever had a Game Boy Advance, you would know how hard it was to play multiplayer. So focusing on a single player game was a good idea in theory. These games are just not meant to be single player games though. They're to have fun with your mates. You're not going to have fun by yourself doing mini games, going around like a board game. It's just not happening. It's that bad. It was considered the worst in the series by critics. And I've not played. I've had a little go on the Switch one, the Mario Party Jumbly on the Switch, and I really enjoyed that. But I've not played any other Mario Party games. So in this series, it's going to be interesting to see them and to see if this is truly the worst in the series. I wouldn't know. Do you know? Leave that in the comments if you think it is. And not just the worst game in the series, right? This was rated the worst Mario game of all time by Metacritic. I strongly disagree with that. I do strongly disagree with that. Because they've obviously not played Mario, is missing the Mario Time Machine. So behave. There's 4 playable characters in this, by the way. Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Yoshi. I think we went through with Mario. And, you know, because it's a single player game, what you're seeing on the screen right now, I don't understand why I had to answer them questions, because who's going to see the answers? So it didn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. It's a bit weird. So the idea of the game, you're going to see there's going to be mushrooms on, I think, the top right hand corner, and you start off with 4 mushrooms. Then you earn a mushroom by winning mini games as you go around the board. You play a mini game every 3 turns, okay? And the game will end when you haven't got a mushroom. Now, this game isn't short of mini games. 125 of them. 125 mini games to play by yourself. And just so you know, there was a sort of multiplayer mode, but it wasn't, you couldn't do any of this single player driven story on it, which is the mode you want to play with your friends, you know. And it's a shame. I'm just going to let you know some ratings while we're waiting for the game to start. So we know Metacritic rated it the worst Mario game of all time, but the rating they gave it was 54 out of 100. Eurogamer 1 out of 10, GameSpot 6.5 out of 10, and IGN 6 out of 10. Now, I didn't know this was a mostly single player game when I was playing it, because the multiplayer will not be on it anymore, because it's a Game Boy Advance game, so you've not got that chance to play multiplayer on it now anyway. So I just thought I had no choice but to play single player. Knowing that now differs my opinion of the game. So I originally thought, this isn't a bad game. Imagine playing this with my friends, you know, it's a massive board, going around the board. You start with 5 mushrooms, not 4. Why do I think it's 4? With my mates, doing mini games together like I was in Mario Party Jumbly, right? Turns out that's not the thing that you do. So then I'm playing these mini games, thinking, man, you gotta be lonely to be doing this, right? Okay, if you sat on the bus or the train or the passenger seat of a car with your Game Boy Advance playing this game, it will pass the time. It would pass the time. But there's other games to do that with, isn't there? I definitely thought to myself, it's not fun playing alone. Turns out I don't have a choice in that. And we talk about graphically it's good for its time. When you think about what Game Boy Advance is as well, I'm not going to say diss the graphics, it's not bad, but I will diss the dialogue. There's too much. It's too much dialogue and not enough game, and you need to have a balance that works better for that, because you go into all these places, get missions that you forget about as well. So you get missions, right, and you forget about the missions, what you're doing, because you're getting mini games as you go in. So then you focus on the mini games and forget the mission. So then you go to another mission and it says, do you want to forget about the mission you just done? And you have no idea what that mission is. And that to me was insane. Like, why can't they have the mission in the bottom right hand corner? I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me, and I didn't know what I was doing either. Because, like I said, I've not really played Mario Party games before, and just watch it for a minute and see what I mean. Yeah, focus on it. So we will get to a mini game in a minute, but obviously I'm not going to show you 125 mini games because I ain't got the patience for that. I definitely didn't play 125 different mini games. I've got a life. So I'm trying to figure out what we're doing. This is still all introduction, by the way. So removed the board, not done anything, just gone to a place to go on about we need tickets. Bowser's giving me some jip, blocked up some pipes I'm guessing we have to unlock to move forward. And yeah, that's the first quest complete. You tell me, boys. Tell me, did you have fun playing this game? Did you? Because I bloody didn't. I'm looking forward to playing the other ones. I think there's 3 for N64. I could be wrong, but I think there is. We do all of them. And this is what I mean. The 3 goes and you get a mini game. So here's the first mini game I ran into. All you do is use a D-pad, right? And it is essentially volleyball. Right, so see that? Not much of a challenge. I didn't understand that you could go forward straight away. So you see that I figured out the forward. And with these mistakes, I still went on one in this game as well, by the way. So you see me figure out you can go up. So there's no rally or anything like that. It's just you gotta hit them back. And these games go on. I didn't lose a mini game. Never played them before. Never lost them. So they're not challenging enough. And it helped it be really boring that you didn't have these challenges. I don't know what else to say. You know, it's a game that really let me down. And I thought this was the first Mario Party released, but obviously it wasn't, because it's a 6th in the series. Can someone let me know where the others are? Where's the first 5 games that I want to play them? And I thought it was crap. Look, there's another mini game. Have a look at this one, right? So, Chomper Stomper. Very Mario-esque. Now we got to talk to him for a minute. Like all this crap dialogue. Look, just giving me some jip. Didn't think they could speak. So I've got to cut the chain before Luigi, I believe, right? At first, like, oh, which buttons are these on here? But so it will start finally, and it's the first one to cut the chain. Now, doing that with your mate, will be a laugh, right? But single player, it's just, he's going to be the same speed doing that no matter what minigame you put. Whenever you land this minigame, it's going to be the same amount of time you got to beat. There's no challenge. And that's a shame. There's no challenge, and that's what really disappointed me about this game. And I'm going to stop going on about it and go over to the ratings, because what else is there to say? Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in a second. And here we are at the ratings of this game, as you can probably tell. Now, with this game, I was stuck where to put it. Right, I was, but it's got to go there. I was going to put it in okay game, but then I learned about the multiplayer, that it was basically non-existent. There was a multiplayer thing, but not the game that you saw me playing. The games were crap because it's basically a time trial. You could time Luigi doing that chain, it'd be the same time every time. And it's lonely. It's a lonely game. And I feel sorry for people who play this game for this story mode, because that means they ain't got any friends. And we're not about that life in this, right? This is supposed to be a game that we can enjoy together. So, yeah, I put this down as a bad game, which, honestly, I was going to put it as an okay game. But then, as you know, I do my research after I play the video game, so I don't ruin it for myself. But man, yeah, knowing little things like that does take it down to the bad game. It's not in the bin worth, because it's not broken, and there is a place for it for the lonely people out there, which I'm sorry if you're one of them. It's crap, but keep going, you'll get somewhere. But man, it's a bad game. It is dog shit bad. If you've got any alternative opinions, please let me know. Give me a like, give me a dislike, give me a comment, give me a subscribe, and I will catch you on the next episode.